Hello, everybody. How's it going? My name is Alina, and I'm your study guide writer, Discord moderator, and small group conversation class leader here at Culips. And today I'm going to host this community update episode for you. And you probably know that normally we do it together with Andrew, but I'm flying solo today, so please bear with me. It's my first time doing it on my own, so I hope it goes well. So if you're a regular listener of Culips, you probably will know that we normally talk about our monthly challenges here in these community update episodes, and I'm definitely going to do that. No worries. But before I get there, I would like to talk just real quick about our meetup, Culips meetup that we had in Prague in July. Jeez, it feels like it's been ages, but it literally just happened last month, and it was an incredible, just absolutely wonderful event, and I was buzzing for a whole week or two after. I would just like to say a quick thank you to everybody who joined our meetup. So we had Marky, who really helped us a lot. Thank you so much, Marky, for being a great host, for helping us organize it and helping us, to kind of navigate and just showing us around. Also, we had Birgit, we had Manfred, both from Germany. We had Ludmila and Katerina, and we had Jin and Mon join us as well. And yeah, we will definitely share a picture. I made sure to take a picture of all of us. We had lovely chats. We spent about 6 hours just like talking and laughing. And the best part of it was that everybody was able to understand absolutely everything. At least I hope they did. But I really enjoyed how, everybody was so respectful. Anytime somebody was trying to like tell a story or share something, everyone else was very quiet, listening attentively, asking questions. So it was a very comfortable environment. It was extremely fun to meet some people in person. So since that event went so well, I thought, maybe we should just organize another one. And it just so happens that I'm going to Germany in October this year. And I thought for a second, and yeah, Andrew and I both agreed that it would be a great idea to organize another Culips meetup on October 18th, which is Saturday, in Hamburg, because I'm going to be flying back home from Hamburg. So we will definitely provide all the details a little bit later, but for now, all the listeners from Germany, you can start picking your bags. I really hope to see as many of you as, as possible. And of course, everyone else who lives in Europe, maybe some neighboring countries, you're all welcome to join. I mean, everybody's welcome to join, really. It doesn't matter where you live, but realistically, I'm guessing that people who live in Europe are more likely to be able to join. So that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I hope to see you there. So let's talk about our September challenge now, and the theme for this challenge is work. Basically, what's going to happen is you're going to get some questions that are work related, and they could be like about different work situations, like an interview, maybe dress code, maybe some taboo topics that you can't discuss with your coworkers, stuff like that. So the idea behind this challenge is actually that it's a bit of a recap challenge. So what I was thinking is that, you can of course just answer the questions, right? Just like the way you want to, whatever first comes to mind. But if you really want to work, and train your skills here, what I suggest in preparation to, doing this challenge is to review some previous challenges that we did before, because we actually covered some really good topics there. For instance, just a couple months ago, we had a challenge where we learned to express our opinion politely, to agree, to disagree, to list our arguments. So you can definitely use that. And then we also studied few grammar topics like past simple and present perfect. We covered some phrasal verbs, some adjectives, some expressions with the verb get, and you can definitely, I'm absolutely sure you can definitely use some of those. So in order to find, in case you didn't participate in those challenges, which is totally fine, like you don't have to. You can be totally new to this whole thing. They can be easily found in our monthly challenge channel on Discord, which you can find the link to in the description for this episode. We'll definitely leave the link there. But if you go to the pinned messages, because I made sure to pin every single challenge that we had. So if you go to pinned messages, you can find all the previous challenges, but especially if you have participated in those, it should definitely be easier for you because you hopefully still remember some of those things. So, like I said, a bit of a recap and a good opportunity to, review everything we studied before. But if you haven't participated in those challenges, it's, like a bonus opportunity for you, I guess, to learn some extra things as well as you are taking part in this challenge. Another important thing I need to mention about this challenge is that you will get a task not every day, but every other day, every second day. So you will have a bit of time, maybe to go back, look at the responses the other people are sending, maybe respond to somebody, comment, agree, disagree, whichever you prefer. You can just be a silent viewer. But yes, every other day. So no pressure. You can always come back. For example, if you missed a couple days, you can always just do 2 or 3 on the same day. I personally would recommend to take it, one day at a time, of course. But look, we're all busy. We have busy lives, work, families. So realistically, whichever you go with is going to be great as long as you participate, as long as you take time and, put some effort into it. So the challenge is completely free. As always, we never charge anything for participation in these challenges. And if you complete every single task of this challenge, you will receive a certificate at the end of the challenge. But for that, you have to really do every single assignment, every single task. I will be checking very thoroughly for that, as I usually do. But that is personally my favorite part of the challenge because I get to, reward you for your hard work. So how do you complete these tasks? How do you complete these assignments? You have a choice, as always. You can send your responses as text messages, but I definitely recommend you use voice messages because you get some speaking practice, you get listening practice, right? If you listen to the other voice messages. But like, even if you're feeling a little bit shy, you don't want to send your messages, I would still recommend that if you send a text, for instance, right? I would still recommend that you record it just for yourself, It's still going to be good practice. You can just listen back to it, check. Maybe you will be able to hear some mistakes you're making. Practice your pronunciation, it's always good. It never hurts to practice all the different skills. And this is a great chance for you to, practice not just writing and reading and, maybe just answering questions in English. Of course, it's still great practice, right? If you send your text messages responding to questions, but it's definitely going to be better for you if you try and maybe, at least send a few voice messages. And if you have any questions about how to do it, where to find me. I'm in Discord. Feel free to ask questions. I will guide you through any problems you might have. So no worries about that. Plus, we also have some very experienced regulars, who've been participating in our challenges for over a year now because we've been having them for over a year, actually. So yeah, you have a choice, but maybe challenge yourself a little bit. That's definitely something I would encourage you to do for sure as your teacher. So that is everything you need to know now. I hope to see you participating in our September challenge. Thank you so much for listening. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.